Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to talk about how we can enable passkey, which is FIDO2, right? And this is the new capability. In fact, it was there, but it was not fully functioning or fully implemented for the implementation of the passwordless authentication. And recently, this was introduced with all the set of features and everything together lately, right? And Microsoft has pushed this capability for customers to implement as a part of or as an initiative for passwordless authentication methods, right? So this capability is really going to be useful for the organizations when they wanted to bring on the passwordless authentication methods as well as passwordless mechanisms for end users to authenticate themselves for systems and applications and whenever they are using any business systems and business applications together, right? And to do that, there are certain steps that we can take in order to implement that one for the organizations together. And then definitely it is going to change a lot of user experience, and there are a lot many things to happen, right? So where we need to educate as well as communicate the change as well, so that people are aware about the change and they can accept the change, and definitely they would be learning from it, because it is not something everyone is aware about the technicality of those changes or those things, and people might stuck in a situation when they don't know how to use or access or operate that capability, right? So I'm going to show you how we can do that and how we can configure it. So before that, there are few requirements in order to bring this capability on and enable it across the organization. So first requirement is Microsoft Entra ID with multi-factor authentication enabled across the tenant. Then FIDO2 security key eligible for attestation with Entra ID, which is another capability, or which is another method that we can use. If not, then we can really use Microsoft Authenticator app, right? So that is also going to help us here. Also, devices that supports passkey or FIDO2 authentication for Windows devices that are joined to Entra ID and has a version of Windows 10 version 1903 or higher, or in hybrid environment case, which is going to be Windows 10 version 2004 or higher operating system versions, right? So those are the requirements which we need to use in order to use the passkey, which is FIDO2 capability, right? The next is FIDO2 authentication, which has its authenticator attestation GUID, right, which we can use or which we would be using for enabling the passkey FIDO2, right? And that is going to be picking up that capability for Android as well as for iOS devices, right? And there are few steps I'm going to show you how we can enable that for the tenant or the organization. So let's get into the portal and I'll show you how we can do that. So here I'm in Entra portal, which is Azure portal in short. We can do this from Azure portal as well as from Entra ID portal as well, but I'm using this one for easy movement or easy navigation. And from here, we need to simply go to security tab here, and then we need to go to authentication methods. And from here, we can go to the policies, right? So this is going to be a page where we can see the different methods. So these are the built-in methods, and one of those is passkey or FIDO2, which shows target is set to all users currently, but it is not, or I haven't set it up completely or appropriately. And I was going through it last time, and that is when it was added to all users. But I'm going to show you how we can do that. So you need to click on that, and here we see I have targeted all the users, and under the include as well as under exclude, we can exclude for a specific group. And from here, I can simply enable or disable this if I wanted to deploy this one. The main change or main configuration needs to happen from here. So there are different general settings as well as key restriction policy settings, right? So these are the policy settings that we need to do, which is allow self-service setup, which is default set to yes, right? Default set to no, but I had last time changed it to yes, right? That is why it was showing yes, right? And then we can enforce the attestation. Then also we can enforce the key restrictions. So here, if we are adding key restrictions, then we need to make sure restrict specific keys are allowed and added. And also we need to select the authenticator, which is in preview currently. And then we need to add or make this a GUID, which is authenticator attestation, as a whitelist here, so that we are going to target this on a specific platform, right? So now here it is added perfectly and appropriately configured. But still remember that here these are the settings which we really need to make sure use basis on the requirement. It is not something we need to enforce all of these settings, right? So there are different settings and different options that we need to do. So first option is allow self-service setup, set to yes. If set to no, users can't register a passkey by using security info page, or even if the passkey of FIDO2 are enabled by the authentication method policy, right? So that is required and that is mandatory, set to yes. The second option is enforce attestation to yes if your organization wants to be assured that the FIDO2 security key model or passkey provider is genuine and comes from the legitimate vendor. So that is basis on the vendors, a specific vendor, if we are using passkey or hardware passkey devices, right? And the next is enforce passkey or enforce key restrictions should be set to yes when we wanted to allow or disallow certain security methods or models on or passkey providers which are provided or identified by the AA GUID, and we can work with the security key vendors to determine the AA GUID of the passkey, and those would be added as a part of this, right? So this here, right here, if I said to no, that means I don't have this option to be enabled at all, right? So it is totally depend on the specific vendor wherever I am going to add this specific AA GUID, which is authenticator or authentication attestation GUID ID, and then I'm going to allow it. So these are the three key features or key capabilities that we should consider before, and then make the appropriate changes and configure it as per the organization needs. Also, while making enforce key restriction setting to yes, we need to make sure select the authenticator app or authenticator to automatically add those authenticator GUID for users and for the organizations into the allow list, the way I showed you here, right? By adding the specific GUID here, and that GUID would be added there, right? And basis on that, it is going to be added for that specific organization, right? And once that is added, that would be added, and we are good to go ahead here and save the configurations, right? There's also another way, which is to provision FIDO2 security keys using Microsoft Graph API. And that capability or that feature set is currently in preview mode, and Microsoft is still building and working on it. So probably that would be available maybe in next few months, or maybe it can take more than that time period, but definitely that is achievable. And currently that is available, but in preview mode, and maybe Microsoft is not going to support in case you are going to use that for your maybe POCs or pilot projects, or maybe initial testing phase, right? So it is better to go with the first approach that I showed above, and then you can move with the provisioning of FIDO2 using Graph APIs if that is also suitable and you wanted to test and explore the capabilities of it, right? So yeah, that is how we can do it. And the Graph API option is also a great way, which is going to be standard way for us to go ahead and do that. And even we can delete the passkey or FIDO2 as well if we don't want to use that. And maybe we were just testing it out and we are not confident enough or we are not ready to move as of now or at this point, then probably we can go ahead and delete that if in case we don't want to go with it. And to enforce that, we can simply create it and enforce and deploy it across the organization as I showed you here. And this is ready to deploy. That means this policy or this passkey method is going to be deployed across the organization that I'm targeting and is ready to deploy one, right? And at last, there are few known issues that I wanted to talk about. The first is security key provisioning. Currently, administrators provisioning security key is in preview, but that is also in preview. So Microsoft is going to work on it, build capabilities around it, and then there would be a lot many changes happening until and unless it goes GA, which is general availability. The second is B2B collaboration users. Currently, Passkey is not supported for the B2B collaboration users in the resource tenants. So this is not going to be useful or usable till the time this is or this capability is built out for Passkey and released for GA. The next is UPN changes. If users UPN was changed or when user was registered for Passkey or FIDO2 account and those changes were happened, that means the user has passkey and they need to sign into security info page, right, which is ak.ms/mfa setup, or they can simply get into the security info page from there and they can delete those old passkey and then add new one. So it is going to work for them in those cases where user has changed their UPNs. So yeah, these are the three known issues for passkey. And yeah, that's all for this video. I hope you will like it. Please do like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, please do watch other videos as well. So yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.